Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to episode 1 of Eastleigh FC Flip Leagues. I haven't really thought of the name. I'm just winging that. Eastleigh Flipped Eastleigh, Messed Up Leagues, Football Cup thing. One of those things. So this is the normal first episode. I haven't made an intro yet. I was too busy doing the press conference shit, which I hope you enjoyed. But basically, this is going to be a normal first episode. The 2-hour-long special was for the hardcore audience that really wanted to see the whole transfer window. In this episode, we're just going to quickly run through the transfers, what sort of business I've done, and then play the first game of the season. So, if you, I'm going to just talk as if you haven't watched the 2-hour thing, but we'll just sort of skim through it. So, first season, we are in the Premiership with Eastleigh because we flipped the leagues upside down. The Premiership is now all in the conference. League 2 is in the Championship. Championship is League 2. League 1 stays where it is. So we're in the Premiership, but you don't start with a bunch of money because the TV, all the ad money and all the sort of prize money doesn't come in until next season into the budgets. So we didn't start off with a massive amount of money, 375k I think, and a transfer budget of 55 grand. And also, our reputation as a club is still pretty shit. Look, local reputation, all these teams are pretty much local reputation, 1-star teams. It's only going to be in the first couple of years of being in the Premiership that it's going to readjust itself to be good reputation. If we can stay in the Premiership for a few years, we'll probably have 3-star in no time. We're currently sitting on 1.5 star. So I was thinking, it's going to be difficult. A few of the players wanted to play for us, but we didn't have the money. But then miraculously, I think because the first bit of TV revenue or sponsorship money or something happened, and the board changed our transfer budget to 2.7 million with about 300 grand a week in wages when it was, I think, about 50 before. So suddenly we had some money to spend. So let me take you through the transfers, the magic that we did. So early on, I was thinking, we know we're going to get a shit ton of money coming in because our wage budget is still really low. So next year and the years after that, shit ton of money. So my thinking was to stretch the money out. We could offer transfer deals over 48 months, knowing that we would pay it back easily and it wouldn't be a problem. So obviously without any money, we had to sort of go lowball. So 70 grand, still a lot of money, and we still have to put it over 48 months because it was a big deal. We bought in Michael Rains. Now, it was quite hard to work out what sort of level of player we could actually attract, being a conference team with shit reputation, but in the Premiership. So I was quite happy with this guy. He was only really brought in as a backup. He's a decent player. He lacks a bit of pace and acceleration, which I really don't like. I do like, not so much pace, but I do like, 12 plus acceleration ideally for a centre-back. But he's okay. He's decent. He's only going to be a rotational option. Also, even these shitty players are all asking for 10 grand because we got the money and they were like, oh, you're in the Premiership, 10 grand a week or 12 grand a week. So that was a bit of a problem. Next up, we saw Gareth Evans from Pompey for 150 grand. Decent all-round player. No real massive weaknesses apart from tackling. But we're going to be having him as a winger anyway. So 9, 10s and 11s for most of the important things. Good work rate, which is nice. Stamina. He's going to run all day. We can't play him as a wing-back because he can't tackle or mock. So that's a problem. But decent player for our white midfield. And then we've got Ross Kalachan from Wraith Rovers for 50 grand. Really solid central midfielder. Quite happy with this purchase. Very happy. Can play as a ball-winning midfielder. Box-to-box, which is the two we're going to be using. He can play either very happily. Then we got Luke Neal for 80 grand. And decent right back. He's all right. He's a backup. Technicals need some work. Decent enough physicals. Mentals are good as well. So we sort of signing those sort of players before we had the money. And then as we were doing the deals for these players, we got our big chunk of wages, a big chunk of transfer money. And we're like, yes, right, let's step it up. And then obviously all these players asked for 10 grand a week, bastards. So we went big. We needed a striker. So we went Adama Diamande. Big target man. We've got Henderson. Darius. I feel like Darius is how they pronounce it. Darius Henderson is also a big target man. So we're going to play 4-4-2 with 2 target men. Because why the fuck not? But actually, this guy could play further forward as well. He could play as an advanced forward. He's got good finishing, good dribbling, good first touch. His composure's good. Loves that attempt. So he's got dives into tackles and aggression 16. So he might get a few red cards. But this guy, against basically conference sides, he's going to eat him alive. But a big expense, 1.3 million. Next up, we've got J. Emmanuel Thomas, who's predominantly going to play on the left-hand side of midfield and also up front as more of an advanced striker. He's a less of a target man. He's our only guy that's not a target man, but he's left-footed. So he's good. The only problem is his work rate. And then we've got Jacques Maghoma. We picked up from QPR Birmingham, 950 grand. Absolutely solid left winger. He's going to fly down this left wing and provide assists for days. Next up, probably my favourite signing that we've made, Big Willie Caballero. We bought him for 500 grand from Man City. Probably the signing of the summer, I think. I think this is stunning. Superb goalkeeper. Absolutely brilliant. He's 34, but that still means he's got 3 good years left in him. He's on 52 grand a week. Which is top end of what we can offer anybody at the moment, and not that many people we can offer it to. Apart from accidentally, J. Emmanuel Thomas, who we signed on about 14 grand, has match highest earner clause in there. But don't worry about that shit, man. We're going to be rolling in money, right? Rolling in it by the end in a couple of years' time, so that's fine. And then a little bit frivolous, but I thought, just for a bit of fun as a Liverpool fan, bit of Glenn Johnson, really solid all round. He's brilliant for our team, just a bit too expensive, really. Another guy on about 50 grand, top end in it. If we look at the finances, so we're currently spending 350 grand. 150 of that is on 3 players. So we're kind of in this weird limbo land at the moment. We spent all our money. We've got 5 million in the bank because the money's just... Where is the money fucking coming in? Yeah, so we're already picking up TV money. So by the time January comes around, we should be able to ask the board for a bit more money, and they should just flop it all on us. There'll be millions. We'll be Scrooge McDuck swimming about in the gold, because this is just going to, even though we're spending 350 grand a week on wages, the income from just that stuff as well. What also we need to do is, as soon as we get any sort of bank, is to ask the club, we could try it now, to build a new stadium, because we are in a 5,000 seater stadium. It's not even seater. It's only 2,500 seater stadium. So I'm not sure if they're going to go for this at all. Ambitions. Okay. They told me basically just fuck off and leave them alone. But we need to get that done straight away, because we're building this infrastructure by the time the Man Cities and the Chelseas and the Man Uniteds and the Liverpools arrive to destroy us. That's the whole point of this save, is to do well against all these conference sides, but build a good enough team that when the big boys arrive, which we know that they keep hold of their best players, to survive until, if we can actually sort of still play against them and still do all right against them by the time that they arrive. Because in the experiment we did, they kept all their best players. Even the entire time getting to the Premiership, they kept their best players. Okay. So I'm going to go... I've never ever done this before. But one thing we noticed... do we just float crosses in? I'm assuming so. I'm not going to use any other stuff. One thing I noticed is that the other conference teams, the AI is just struggling with this whole concept. Whether the other teams, it says their finances are only secure. So whether the other teams we were lucky and the board gave us a chunk of money, they didn't get the money. I have no idea. But they just don't seem to be able to cope. I think next season it'll be perfectly fine. They'll have a load of money. Their reputation will have shot up because they're all 1 star at the moment. But this season, I reckon, should be a walkover. We have to get our Champions League spot is our recommended, and we need to get that just to get our reputation up quicker. We need to get the reputation up quicker so we can get some money in, more money in, attract better players. I want to get to the stage that we're a big enough club that we can start unsettling players that were playing in the previous Premiership clubs. So, a Van Dijk. Basically, Van Dijkum is what we're going for. So, first game of the season. You can go in the reserves. So, Big Willie up front. No doubt about it. Glenn Johnson's got a pre-season injury, so that's fine. But we've got Lucas Neal, the other guy we brought in. It's going to be perfectly good. The trouble was, because we signed the sort of decent players first, and then we signed some of these superstars, like Willie and Glenn Johnson, it made all the other star ratings look really bad. But they're not bad. And then we've got our lonely Tyler Garrett is going to play. And then we've got Reader Johnson, who's our best centre-back, and Michael Rains. Cresswell's an option as well. Both of them are slow as... absolutely ridiculously slow. So, where are we going to go first? So, we're going to go with Magoma on the left. We're going to go with somebody else somewhere else. I wonder... Because I'm thinking... Right, if we're playing these two... Oh, fuck, not a centre-back. These two big feckers. Right. Diamande, he's not a big fecker, but he's a big target man. And Darius Henderson, who is a big fecker, 6'3". Could we play him as a box-to-box midfielder? As far as things good, as long as... He could be a decent box-to-box. His teamwork can work great. I might try him just so we can force all our best players into the team. He should be good enough that he can overcome that, I feel. And then we're going to go with Kalashan as the other centre mid. What did I do here? Oh, no. You there. You're there. And on the right, we've got Gareth Evans, probably our weakest of the starting 11, probably our left back and our right midfield, but hopefully we'll have so much money in January that we can easily fix those positions. So we'll have you, and then Obilai, because he can play centre back or centre mid, which is nice. We need a right back on the I can play right. Evans can play right, just about. Unfortunately, Glenn Johnson's injured, so that's fine. And then we'll go with probably Jason Taylor. Okay, he's a ball-winning midfielder. And then I think Togwell's a box-to-box. Decent. No, he's not a decent box-to-box. What about Ben Close? Not Glenn Close, Ben Close. He's a box-to-box. He's a ball-winning. Do we need two? Do we need two? Yeah, probably. We'll go with Ben. No, we'll go with the homegrown talent. Ben Stevens, how are you? Only a 36. Shitting hell. Okay, we won't go for you. And then Ross Sturm's our backup right midfield. Leacock McLeod is our backup lefty. We don't have a striker on the bench, but we can put J. Emmanuel Thomas up front if need be. Right. Tactics. So that's fine, you're learning it. We're going to go with Diamande as the attacking version. I think we go attacking. I'm going to come out of the box attacking. This is a very, very basic 4-4-2 we just made with wingers and two target men. Because why not? There's probably a ton of reasons why not. That's a stupid thing to say. But, no good corner takers. Got Kalachan. Go on then. Darius, you can go there. That's disappointing that we've got no real good set piece takers. Might need to fix that, I think. Henderson. I'm not having my goal. J. Emmanuel Thomas, Big Glenn Johnson, and then my backup goalkeeper. Why not? Capitans. We've got Togwell and Caballero. And then we'll go for Reader Johnson, and then Magalhães. That's the brother of Roman. Right. Let's do this, my friends. Let's do this. Like I said, I think looking at most of the signings for the conference teams, they haven't had the money, or the AI it's confused. So I feel like, despite using this weird formation, we should still crush a few teams. Go on then. Okay, we are favourites here. We have to get Champions League, remember. Let's give them a bit of faith. Try and get their morale as high as possible. First game of the season. Got it on key highlights. Okay, and first thing you do whenever you do this thing, match feed settings. Fuck off with your advice. Because it's so bad. I know when we miss a penalty. Don't need that. Important scores. Don't need that. Okay. Here we go, my friends. New season, kicking off, new save, very excited. No idea what's going to go on, apart from the fact we should win. And Big Willie in goal should keep all the clean sheets, because he's brilliant. He's going to be my signing of the season. Okay, so 15 minutes, not the most... an anticlimactic start to the season. Hopefully you'll get better, people. Still learning the 4-4-2 two target men tactic. Okay, that's fine. Wow, are we really going to have the first half of football as? Oh, fucking Henderson's done his hamstring in. Okay. Oh dear. We'll fix it later. Need to speed this up a little bit. Can you do it? Right. Let's just get him off now. Oh, Diamande! First sign to make. You're one of my big signings. Right, okay, so we are changing tactics slightly. You go there. You're going to go as advanced forward. And then the Tog Smith can come in, do a job. Oh, that could be a bad injury, man. Hope it's just a twinge, few weeks. Hamstring injury does destroy my double target man. It might be. I think the game might be just saving me. Oh no, your target man's injured. You'll have to not play two fucking target men. I'd love to know if anybody's got it to. Has anyone used it? I've never used it, so I have no idea if it works or not. I'm assuming it's awful. Oh, that's offside. Surely that's offside. Big Willie saved us once, but he couldn't save again. He was out of position for the second one. Just a dink forward. The centre-backs have gone walkabouts. Willie makes a decent save. Palmed it off to the side, which is decent, but mecky. Okay. This is not gone. I was quite confident that we were going to destroy people here, people. Right, I'm going straight away. Where's your fucking passion, lads? Oh. Right. Come on, boys. Just want to see something a bit better. Please. Look at the big crowd here, people. We're in the Premiership! In the Premiership! Yes! Get in there! Diamande! I thought it was Garrett for a minute. I thought that'd be an unusual first scorer. Diamande with the goal. On his debut. Poor clearance. And it's Evans with a great ball in. And it just falls to him. Awful defence. Conference defending. Can't lose our first game. That's just embarrassing. Right. Kalachan. Togwell. Lovely ball. Emmanuel Thomas. He's got a wicked left foot on him. If he can find the ball in. We've got men. That's a lovely ball across. And they're tapping for Diamande. And they fought back straight away. And then immediately drop into counter for two reasons. We're ahead 2-1. Just a bit more safe. But also they're getting more possession. So counter is often a good way to counter the... If they're having more possession. You know what, fuck. I was speaking to the converted. You guys know what you're doing. I certainly don't. Right, how's fitness levels? Still early season, so we want to keep an eye on it. Yellow card, looking nervous, playing 6.4. I think that's a good enough reason to get him off. Right, second half's been much, much better. Probably not having two target men. Oh, Diamande's got a... Oh, it's a gash dead. Fucking man up. Man up. Okay, Kalachan. Emmanuel Thomas. Could Diamande get a hat-trick on his debut? Emmanuel Thomas charging forward. Plays it out to Magoma. Had a quiet game so far. Edge of the area. Kalachan. Oh, he's hit the post. I pre-celebrated. Right, just go away. How are you 58% with a gashed head? Come on now. So I'd like to know from you guys, who do you think is my signing of the summer? I'd be fascinated to know. For me, I think it's Big Willie Caballero. It's got to be. It's got to be. Or Diamande is the obvious choice, having scored 2 goals, I suppose. He's about to score his hat-trick. Here it comes. Yes. Yes. No. No. Oh, there's the crowd. Found them. Oh, no, Harry Owen's in the crowd. Much better second half. Doesn't mean the double target man is dead. Experiment is dead. Just means, ref. Martin Brundle's been sent off. See you later, mate. See you later. Didn't even wait for the card. He knew he was gone. Can we do anything from this? Potentially. Probably just play this short. It's too long to shoot. I don't see us dinking it over the top. I'm going for a little sideways. Oh, no. Okay. I'm liking it. Magoma. Oh, come on, mate. You've done nothing this game. Very disappointing. Yeah, Gareth Evans got an assist. Okay, Evans on this right-hand side. Oh, it's blocked. I thought that was Glenn Johnson then, but remembered he's not playing. Second half, much improved. I'm going to take all the credit for my team talk. Yeah, it's all my team talk. Where's the passion, lads? There it is. It's on the pitch there. Laid it out. Right, just see it out now, boys. Don't make any mistakes. They're down to 10 men. There's the ball through. He's through again. Does he need anyone? Does he? Yes, he does. Help and maybe glasses is the things he needs. That's twice this game he's missed a couple of sitters. He scored 2, to be fair to him. But he could have easily had 4. He should have had 3 at least. Right, don't make any mistakes with that. He's won that back. Well done. He counteracted it. Reader Johnson. O'Neill. Don't do anything silly with this. That's good enough. Magoma has got just about time for one more chance. Could we get the hat-trick? Emmanuel Thomas, that's just shit. I don't know what you're thinking there, mate. It's that lazy work rate. Okay, half a minute left. I think this is going to peter out into a non-highlight, I feel. But I'm pretty happy. Oh, hang on. If he played it early, we could have had a chance. Reader Johnson. Evans. Anyone's wondering why I chose Exeter, Eastleigh as my team? They're quite local to me, as growing up in Bournemouth. But also, I chose them pretty much because they're called the Spitfires, and I do love a Spitfire because they were built and first flown in Eastleigh, because Southampton Airport used to be called Eastleigh Airport, and that's where they're, Spitfires, man. And I thought, I can have a Spitfire on the thumbnail. Job done. That was pretty much it. Right, I'm going to say what come back. Let's start off on a positive, get the team morale going, get some happiness. Okay, here we go. Shouldn't be long. Come on, he had a cut. He's got a cut. How do you have a week off with a cut? Jesus. I sliced the top of my finger off once, and they didn't even give me the afternoon off. Not even joking. Not my top of my finger. Massive metal. I was cutting this metal in a welding machine, and it sliced from here to here. Right, it ran that way. Sliced this bit, and it all popped open, so you could see all the tendon and the bone and stuff like that. Like lots of blood. And I was at the tap, rinsing it off, feeling quite faint because I was losing a blot of blood by this stage, and one of the boss's daughter was like looking after me and stuff like that. And they said, "Look, the boss came down. Do you want to walk around for a bit? Clear your head, go outside and wander around." So spent about 10 minutes wandering around after they'd sort of pushed my finger back together and put a bandage on it. And I was still feeling really woozy, bad cut, lots of blood loss. And then I said, "Look, I think I'm going to need to go home." And he's like, "Why do you need to go home?" "I just fucking almost sliced my finger off, you twat." And I really had to argue with him to go home. And then when I went straight to the hospital, and they said, "Oh, glad you came in because you need proper stitches." Obviously, guy was a right dick. Sorry, got sidetracked there. 3 weeks with a Henderson pull hamstring. We'll take that. That's not too bad. Let's praise his performance. Just less of those ridiculous misses, please. Right, my friend, both strikers injured. So next game, we're probably playing no target men. Craig McAllister is another target man, but he's out for another 12 days. Wilson's probably going to play. He's just not very good at football all round, really, no matter how you play him. There you go, my friends. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this first episode. If you did, please do hit that like button. Share it with your friends. Post it on Twitter. Get the news out about this save. That would be very much appreciated. Also, thank you very much. I've had some Patreons in the last week. Patrons. But I haven't. I forgot to write them down. So next episode, I'll do a big thank you to all my brand new patrons. And also, if you ordered a beanie, a brain sock. If you don't know what a brain sock is, just there's a link in the description. If you've ordered one, the first batch will be going out this Wednesday. So if you want one soon, order it before Wednesday, and then I'll be doing like a weekly send out because I'm lazy and I have to walk 2 miles to the post office. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.